Hey, welcome back. Thursday evening. I'm back in the train room. I'm not in the med anymore, unfortunately. Back in a very cold, wet, blustery Donegal. It's been a very wet, windy day today. Had to travel up the county, up to the Inishowen Peninsula. Wasn't a very nice drive today. Lots of rain and wind about, so not very pleasant. So let's see who's in the chat this week. And of course, as soon as I go to the chat, it freezes. So give me a second. Oh, messages. Come on. Let's scroll back as far as it'll let me. There I go. First one I can see is Digger Evans is in. Hi Digger, how you doing? So that's as far back as I can go. I know that's not the beginning of the chat. Jerry BVR's in. Hi Jerry, and the chat's disappeared again. I do appear to be having some internet issues tonight. I think it's the weather. Water's probably got into some of the boxes by the roadside because I keep dropping cameras even before I went live. So if I disappear, you know what's happened. Right, let's go back again. Finland Central. Hi Mark, how was your break? Fantastic. Had a great time. First time on a cruise. I would recommend it to anyone. Delft Junction's in. Good evening. Dara Locomotive Shed. Tom Houston. Jerry BVR. Maura King. Just going through these. Had the heat all day too. Our bones are feeling the damp. Yeah, it's a pretty damp. Ivo's in as well. How you doing, Ivo? Tom Houston Model Rail. Nothing like a real peat fire. I don't know. I just find a bit of coal in there as well, just to give that extra bit of heat. More going out to find some old railway sleepers to bung in the fire. I wouldn't burn those. You get all sorts of toxins of those. Yeah, plenty of weather up Mark's Way tonight. Yeah, there certainly is. It's very windy. My daughter, who's down the country now in her new house, she lost power today. So it could happen here if I go off the air. It could be lights out. Flymo Chairman's in. Good evening, Flymo. How are you doing? So sorry if anybody said anything in the chat or asked any questions. Put them back in again, so I can only go back so far in the chat. And everyone seems to be piling in tonight. Cold, dark evenings. Of course, clocks went back as well at the weekend. So let's put the down to the 4 screens. There we go. You can see the viaducts in. If you've seen last week's video. No video this week because obviously I haven't done anything this week. I've been away. I only got back late Tuesday. Yesterday I had, where was I yesterday? I can't remember what I'd done yesterday, but I know I had to go, oh yes, I had to go up to Craic yesterday, and today I was up in Inishowen, so I've been all over the place. So hopefully this weekend, might start the scenics on this, if I'm allowed, after being away last weekend. Digger's having a cold day as well. Yeah, I'll stand out of the way so you can see the trains. Probably going to have to take off the power car in a minute because I noticed it's stuttering a bit, so the wheels probably need a good clean on that. Leslie Gilpin's in. Hi, Leslie. He's on radio silence while he does some ironing. Summer Breeze Motor Railway. Hi Mark and everyone in the chat. You all had a good week? Yeah, I had a good week. John and Holly were really good. Flymo doing all right tonight. Thanks for asking, Pete. It's fair cold up here today, Maura. Frost this morning. Oh, snow on the hilltops yesterday. Might see a colder, snowier winter this year. Oh, let's hope not. It was like I came back from Barcelona where it was 25 degrees, and I came back to Donegal and it felt extra cold. When I got back here, I was like, oh. Guessing we're not, no, Simon, how are you doing? No, we're not on the cruise anymore. That ship has sailed, yes. So really enjoyed it. Would definitely recommend it. Yeah, Flymo, I'm doing well. I am well rested. Scott Wood's in. How you doing, Scott? I see YouTube are doing that thing with the @ names again instead of the other names, so you don't even know what's going on anymore. So if I mess people's names up, I'm sorry. I'm bad enough with names as it is. Chris Avalli's 56 is in. Hot Dog Pilot Andy's in as well. How are you doing? And Martin O'Keefe's in as well. Hi Martin, how are you doing? Hermitage Road Pete, good evening. Martin, Shedmouth Junction, good evening. Are we gluing our fingers together tonight, or are we leaving the glue alone tonight, Martin? Who else is in? Everyone's saying hello to everybody. Oh dear, have I missed anyone? It's going to be one of those nights trying to keep up with the chat. I'm probably already about 20 minutes behind, and I've only been on top 5 minutes. Hi, that's a fine combination, peat and coal. Yes, it is. And I also find a couple of logs on top as well helps it burn all the way down, so you're left with mostly ash and no clinker. Timber Surf's in as well. Hi Timbers, how are you going? SHGP Media, good evening. Working. Hi Simon, did you see I won the quiz last night? Oh, bang out your junction, Carl. Good evening, Carl. How are you doing? So what's been happening while I've been away? Anything? There was some kerfuffle. I've seen a couple of videos come out, people saying, you know, YouTubers who think they're celebrities or something like that. What's going on? And I think, is it Laura? She was going to be on some panel, now she's not going to be and stopped her channel or something. I don't know I sort of caught a tail end of something last night on what's her name that was on last night? Oh, I can't remember now. I am terrible with names. Let's see, everyone's saying hello to everyone. Say if you've got a question or a message or something and I miss it or flick by it, do put it back in again. Scott Wood, I thought model making was supposed to be good for your health. If so, why is my blood pressure after fitting a point motor now? Yes. Barry Walker, good evening Barry, how are you doing? I'm about to start work on Cheltenham Crossways again. I had to leave it for the best part of a year due to heart problems, but ready to go again. Good to hear it. Keep us posted on how you're getting on with it, Barry. Are you going to be putting videos on YouTube about it? Or if you want, you can send me videos and I'll show them on the streams. I know you did send me some pictures and I think a video before. James and Carling, how are you doing? I was at South Dublin Model Railway Club over the weekend. Yeah, I missed the show at the weekend. Anybody here go to that show? Was it any good? I haven't even seen any videos of it yet. Flymo, well, if we get more snow, it won't be dry in the spring, but by extension, less fire risks and more steam tours. No, that's one positive. Brian, I had a nice package arrive this week, but the mystery gift also came with a DCC decoder as a joke. Brian Madden, her indoors is looking forward to the club dinner. Yes, that is actually, forgot to tell everyone, but I have actually booked that. That's for our Model Railway Club. It has been booked, and when I was passing through Enniskillen, I stopped and picked up the rest of the points. Okay, my little lad coming through the door there. I forgot I was live. Timber Surf, I've ordered the police loco. Have you? Did I see that Hornby releasing that again? Shed my junction. Just typed hellos to everyone and then deleted the lot by mistake. So apologies and hello again. And that's definitely a sign. Lucy Mark, yeah. SHGP Media. In other news, I've been on a few live streams. Oh, very good. Oh, sorry. I'll move this over so it's got a very dry throat. I didn't win the quiz. I got one right, so in my mind I won. LNERW1, Iron Horse Railways did a video on it for anyone being curious. I think you mean Lucy. Yeah, what did I say? Did I say Louise? I can't remember what I said now. Yeah, Lucy. Yeah. Yes, it was Don Quest, Model Railway Quest. Yeah. I caught something on there, and I wasn't sure what happened, because I know there's been a few videos gone up. Zoe done one, and Craig Iron Horse done one, and I was like, what's going on? Who's getting in? And I know there was a post on Facebook by, is it Road and Rails? But anyway, I don't consider myself a celebrity. I'm just a YouTuber who does model railway. No, I'm actually a model railway person who does YouTube. Yeah, and no, and I've met most of you guys and all of you other YouTubers and everything, just like me. We just like showing off our hobby. Richard mentioned it too. I missed it entirely. All right. Flymo, one of my first jobs with the family business was chipping sliced up sleeper blocks for kindling, which my granddad sold for kindling. My dad was livid, but I still have my fingers. Curious Geller bringing out a nice record, Irish livery coaches, yes, to go with the oh, my brain's gone today. The little I've got one. I wouldn't mind. I got one on order. Oh God, I hope she's not watching. Dawn Quest, Lucy from Farca had given up all social media due to despicable bullying. Barry's going to send me. Oh, excellent, Barry, send me the videos. That'd be great. I've only one thing to say on bullying online is delete the comment and move on. Block them. That's it. If I've only got a couple of nasty comments once or twice, and I just delete and block, and I don't even think about it anymore, because you come across all sorts of a-holes online, and whatever. I know some people can say stuff in the heat of the moment, and it's very easy to do it when you're sat at your keyboard. You know, my rule of thumb is if I wouldn't say it to someone's face, I'm not going to say it online. So, yeah, when you come across people like that, you just have to move on. Just ignore them, block, and move on, because they're not worth your time and effort and your headspace. Just move on. Although, the comment I got on my cooking channel that always makes me laugh when I think about it, they put it on one of my videos. I can't remember which one it was, but it was, maybe if you use less oil, you might lose some weight. And I was like, oh yeah, well, it does add 10 pounds. I just find it really funny. But the great thing about that comment was, there was a load of people who came to my defense. And that shows how many good people are out there to say, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything that's very nice, you shouldn't say that, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, you know, the comment's still up there because I just found it really funny. It all kicked off while you were away, Mark. Celebs, bullying, and scrapped layout. Oh, that's the F1 racing driver, isn't it? The Clark one. I think Model Railway guy done a video on that. I was watching a few videos last night, so I do know a little bit what's going on. Did Mark see me? I've been a little distracted by the television. I did say hello to you, I think, earlier on. I never saw you. I was on stand 27 Tremor. Right. I started watching Iron Horse on it, got bored. All right. My dad worked for PT, so he got old telegraph poles. I got to kindle them. All right. Shedmouth Martin. Hello, Mark. Hope you had a nice holiday. No glue tonight. Just having a tidy up in the shed. Been so busy at work. I've not been out here for a week or so. Your viaduct is sitting nicely there. Yeah. I actually surprised myself with this. When I built this layout, I didn't have the viaduct, and I took the measurements and I measured it, and when I built the viaduct and I put it in place, it fitted perfectly. The height was exactly dead on. There was no more surprised than me, and it fits in there nicely. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Simon S.J. TrainWorld. Hi Simon, how are you doing? Hi Mark, did you finally move the layout into the luxury cabin of the ship? And now be honest, it was your own boat. Yeah, I wish it was, yeah. It was MSC Splendidia I was on for 4 nights, 5 days. And it was in the news because on the Sunday they had to perform a rescue of a bunch of migrants that were in the middle of the Mediterranean. We were actually in the middle between Africa and Spain, and it was a little bit rough for this little dinghy they were on, and the ship had to stop and lend assistance and brought them on board. 19 migrants, 3 of them children. So they were rescued and taken into Barcelona. So that was a bit of excitement on the cruise. And when you suddenly feel the ship doing an emergency turn, and it was like, because my balcony in my cabin was at the back, and went out, and why are we tilting to the side, and why you could see the wake and going, yeah, and we discovered that was the reason. Let's see, everybody's saying hello to everyone. Actually looking forward to Tuesday when we can get cracking on the track work. Yeah, well, I've got all the points and everything we should have for Donegal, so we can crack on with that. Lay the track for Barnes and around the back and the fiddle yard. Yeah, I have to sort out Letterkenny. I know I said I was going to do it, haven't done it yet, and I haven't done the logo yet either. Sorry, Brian. I think I just rattled a troll this evening. Becky Moore, hello, welcome to the stream. Hi, Donegal Dad, Rail. How are you today? And I hope the evening is going. Yes, I'm well today, nice and relaxed. Sounds like a storm in a teacup. What happened to Lucy is not acceptable. No, it's not, and I totally agree. But you meet these a-holes when you put yourself, I don't like to sort of put myself out in the public, but I'm putting myself out online. And when they come along, you just got to go, yeah, whatever. Delete, remove, block. You're not worth an ounce of my thought, just. Anyway, Clive, Newran Railway, good evening. Could be a celebrity after, well, yeah, go for it. Arnville, good evening. How are you doing? Yes, I did enjoy my cruise. Got bored watching it, Andy. Got about 10 minutes in. Becky Moore. Hi, it's Thomas. Thomas. Becky Moore is Thomas. Do I know a Thomas? Is that somebody I'm supposed to know? I'm sorry. Everybody who knows me knows what I'm like with names and people. Hi, Clive. How is the puppy? Sorry, I got to sit down for a sec. I'm not used to standing up. I've been relaxing on a cruise for the past 5 days. Steve did a blinder of an interview on the Monday Club. Thank you again. SHGP Media. Simon, Clive. Hi, Clive. Timber Surf. Hi, Clive. Or the bricks down? I think we're all railway modelers enjoying like-minded YouTubers. Yeah, I agree with you there, Arnville. Hunslet, that's it. Yeah, the Hunslet, sorry. Simon, Donegal Dad does losing the plot. Yeah, that happens quite often, Simon. Anyway, Craig at Ironhurst did a video speaking his mind about the miserable armchairs trying to bring down popular and well-liked people for no reason but spite. Anyway, I'll leave that out of the chat. Yeah, like I've said, delete, block. Don't give them an ounce of your time. Lucy posted a new video today. Excellent. This all started with Hornby Awards. It's my take. Yeah, there could be something about that. Some reason why. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and support my sharing the live if you can. Yeah, hit the thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you're new here, and if you got any questions about anything, put them in the comments here. Hopefully, I will get to them. Clive Newman, right? Yeah. Hi, Timber. Yes, a few down. Excellent. Brian says, I'm not bothered about the Hornby Awards, Andy, just not interested. Yeah. Oh, the wind's got up here again. Well, I'll say that it's been windy and wet, and it's been really, you get that sort of chill all the way through to your bones. Another sort of bullying is people trying to turn people against each other behind their backs. Yeah, you got people like that who just say something to somebody and then say something to somebody else, and it's just like trying to get something going. In fairness, Lucy wasn't bothered about the awards, but comments that she shouldn't have been nominated are wrong. Yeah. Block all the horror people, let them stew in themselves. I agree with you. Have a good rest of your evening. Good night. Okay. Sorry, stepped out for a cup of tea. It's Baltic weather at the moment. Yeah, it's not very nice at all. If Innerton, fair comment, just remember you're world famous in Telford. I wouldn't say I spent a lot of money building this extension while patting the tummy. I saw the Midsoders number 2 Stanley on a Donegal layout with Talon at the show in Blackron, by the way. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, it's a good point, Pete. Trevor the Troll's a lot to answer for. Brian Finnerton says, hi Barry, I had my Bernie Walker Class 45 weathered recently. It does look very nice. Yes, I've seen it. It does look good. I also did a video on it 2 weeks ago, fraction of Joe's views, but more people are hearing of it, which is the main point. RGJ Trains, Robin Grace, good evening guys, how you doing? Hi, just popping on for, I think I'm overtired, anything is funny stage. Some breeze, can't stand bullying, Pete, no need for it. Yeah, totally agree with you. Trevor doesn't speak, John just growls. Right, I keep getting the circle of doom on my phone here, so if there's any interruptions to the stream, I apologise. I think the weather is affecting my internet. The lights haven't started flickering yet, so we're okay so far. So John Mum was home, thanks God, now snoozing. We haven't left the hospital before she crashed. Dad, not well. Oh, sorry to hear that your mum's not too well. I think I did hear something about that, but I've been out of the loop for the past week. I've been having a bit of a slight digital detox, staying off Facebook and all social medias over the past few days. It's me, Mark. Timber. What? I'm only Thomas when I'm in trouble. The puppy's fine, chewing the husky's collar. Clive, how long is a piece of string? Been busy painting figures for another Christmas load, a small squad of Nutcracker soldiers. I'm losing my way in this chat now. Hiding keyboard warriors is better than blocking. They can bang their keys and the results are never seen. Yep. Platform 7A, good evening. The wind's dropping here. I can tell that because the installation of my sash windows has stopped making farting noises. Dimmersurf, hashtag when will Mark catch up? I have no idea how far behind I am now. There's some nights like that. It seems everybody piles into the chat and it just whoosh, and I'm way behind. So I'm going to quickly go through it. So 1950. Oh, I'm only 3 minutes behind, I think. Stream is okay this week at this end. Okay, no interruptions here. But we had a very busy day today at Bright Lives because I went pumpkin picking with John. That's the Bright Lives Drive and Karen today, and then had Halloween buffet. Oh, very nice. Okay, one train just failed. Oh, right, okay. Yes, that's the one I need to take off and clean. Right, now we've got a disaster. Where did I put my tablet? Stop that. Right, put the phones down while I sort this mess out. You know, when you have a train going around a curve and you're just going, oh, this is going to just pull itself off. Yes, I know what I just said. Nobody needs to say anything about that in the comments. I do have plans to move this layout so it's going the other way in the room, so I can get around it a lot easier. But, you know, like I do with my model railways, I have lots of plans. I'm trying to get it time to do it. So this will give me the opportunity now to clean this. Oh, right. Right, I'll have a quick gander at the comments while I get Alex 56 trying to fix locos that were stalling between 2 points this PM. After much faffing, it turned out a drop of wire had come out of the bus connection. Oh yeah. Raymond Legs, good evening Raymond. I can't remember if I said hello to you or not, but hello. This radio hardcore out of the floor. This is a radio. I need to get you on legs. Flying over my daughter's birthday on Monday. Her mum took her out for lunch. It was my turn yesterday, and I think I overate. Not used to it. Keyboard warriors make me laugh. Yeah. Is it already food talk time? No, it's just coming up to 8 o'clock. I saw a rivet counter say he wanted to bash a person's layout with a hammer because the curves were too tight and the speeds were too high. It's your own layout. Do what you want, and it's nobody else's business. And then there's the fly trolls, one that keeps going on about steamies. One train out of 3 failed. Yep, that's prototypical. Jerry BVR, my dad used to say, if you have nothing nice to say, it's nice to say nothing. Yep. Oh, we very much do need to talk about that fruity slip. No, I was talking about my coaches. You lot have got dirty minds and we've lost a camera. Which camera is that? Oh, it's the unofficial sponsor camera. I must have knocked it while I was... let's bring that one back online. Oh, it's all gone wrong tonight. Just... There we go. It's back. Right. Do you see the RM800 class in grey livery? Looks stunning. I've seen a couple of pictures. It does look nice. Saturday is going to be a round of Christmas window shopping. Yeah, that's coming upon us now. Keith, yes, really good looking. Yeah, I've seen the pictures. I do think it's wide words from your dad, Jerry. Pre-ordered one. Yeah, I got one on pre-order as well. Oh, I got saying stuff like that in case she's watching. Dave, sure. Hi, Dave. Watching from Brazil. Well, welcome. How's your weather in Brazil? Food chat doesn't start till 8:30. Me too, Martin. That's awful. You've ordered our four more. Wow. Oh, it never occurred to me until you mentioned it. There's the link for the train set shop. Hope everyone is healthy. I hope so too. I'm feeling healthy, so hope everyone else as well. A lot of HTs being sold to Panama. They go 75 miles max though. And a few being sold to Mexico as well. I do battery train, just living here on pension. Very good. Alan White. How you doing? Hi all. It's a night for the fire and a very large whiskey. Oh yeah. Now you're talking. Iraq has a lot of appear to be bombed there and also some high-speed DMUs and a lot of Ukrainian lookers. All right. I've either reached the end of the chat or my chat's frozen. Beer here is like sugar water. Miss good beer. Chris, surely the Panama HSTs would sink in the canal. Oh dear. And on that note, I'm going to put the phone down and clean the wheels on this Intercity Class 43. And so if I've missed anybody's comments or you had a question or something, pop it back into the chat. Need to come up with code words that cannot be said, like proloader. Hi Mark. Can't keep my eyes open, I need to sleep, so I'm going to have an early night. That's okay. Brian, you're on Saturday, 8 o'clock, aren't you? Have you set up the live stream yet? If somebody can post that link. Brian from Heritage Centre will be doing his monthly waffle on Saturday, I believe. So if he's set it up, somebody put the link up for me, please. Oh, yeah, set it up so if somebody can share that link. That'd be great. So get some rest, Brian. So you're ready for your waffle on Saturday? I think I've said it before, but this loco, its wheels seem to get very dirty very quickly. I mean, look at the dirt that's coming off them. So I don't know what it is about these Hornby HSTs, the wheels, whatever they're, why they have such a attraction to dirt. Is it because it's a Bobo configuration? I don't know. But I know when they need cleaning, because what happens is the lights don't stay on. So what I'm going to do is give that a little bit of power. Just touch the wheels on the track till they spin a little bit, so I can clean the other side of the wheels, you know what I mean? I will get back to the chat in a second. Yeah, I see somebody's put the links up for Brian's live. These are filthy. Right, let's see how that goes now. I'll stop that. Put it back on the track. Put the lights on, give it a little juice. Yeah, we'll see how that goes now. But look, filthy. Anyway, let's move that up there so I don't knock it over. So there's a link to Brian's. Seen the David Clark? Oh, you've been to see the David Clark large layout? Oh yeah, no, you're in Brazil. Problem here for the humidity for anything electronic. Yeah, so Brian is on Saturday at 8 p.m. Check his link and subscribe if you're not already. Anyone gone to Blackrock, bought any new toys? Yeah, anybody who's at the Dublin show, they buy anything nice? Brass wheels. They do look a bit brassy in colour, but I wouldn't have thought they'd be brass wheels. Yes, Stealth Junction says, thumbs up. Do hit the thumbs up for me and share the stream and subscribe if you're new here. And I say, whack any questions into the comments. And I say, if I miss the question, just put it back in again, because sometimes the chat does jump around. And let me just make sure I am actually, no, I'm not showing all messages. I was, but it stopped. Okay, who didn't hit the thumbs up yet? Digger. Everyone, all the streams are hard to keep up with. Thursday train time, Rail Natter live recordings, Train of Thought, Finnerton. Garen was live last night and all had pure melted. Garen isn't train related, but I love him. Yeah, I like Garen. That's the big Irish comedian. He does a lot of YouTube shorts. He's hilarious, particular Irish humour. If you haven't come across him, you should check him out. If you're adverse to swearing, then maybe don't check him out. He does, Cardiff University netball team. Just the first initials of that, work it out. Look at that, 37 going over the viaduct, brilliant. It does look, once I get the scenery done and everything, I think it should look a lot better. Well, I hope it'll look a lot better. But yeah. Agreed, real life has a habit of getting in the way of YouTube time. I have to keep my eye out for Franceschi Brazilian train. There are a few for sale now and again in the UK. For some reason, the nickel-coated ones stay cleaner. Mark, where are you going to start the scenery? I'm going to start around the viaduct. What I have to do is I've got some 3-4 ply to make a backboard here. That's going to come up to this height here. So then I can start building the scenery down here and up at the back to join up with this. And this side here, the idea is there's going to be a river scene going through one of these arches, and it's going to turn and come up through some waterfalls and turn and go under this one here and disappear into the hillside. That's what I have in my mind's eye. How it turns out could be completely different. Are you nutty about it, Chris? Follow him, he's delicious. Price for here is good, but the APT do not have any space. I managed to get a hold of a load, but they did a drive-turn placement on them. What's the plan for the layout scenery rise? Right, okay. So we got the viaduct at the front here. The whole idea of this layout is it's 00 gauge, and then up here we have a circuit of 009, which you can see the Donegal rail cars running on. So all this scenery is going to be blended in to this one. So it'll be hillside in the centre. What you can see down on the camera on the bottom left, that's where there's going to be a station area. Right down the far end there is going to be a small steam shed, and then up this end, just off behind the camera, is going to be a small TMD. I think there's going to be some sort of hillside here. So this will come out of a tunnel here, leading onto the viaduct and around. So then this will continue on over here, so this will disappear into a tunnel. And likewise on 009, there'll be a small station at the top with steps down to the lower level for the other station. That's the sort of plan. It's still a work in progress. I think I started building this framework and everything back in May, and of course over the summertime you don't get much done. But now we've got these dark winter nights, I can crack on with it. Although I do have, just a glutton for punishment, I decided after watching loads of videos on different types of Christmas lights, you know, you see the big shows on people's houses where they do it up to music and everything. Well, I've bought a few bits and pieces to do that. Let me just show you this. And here is a box of 2000 pixels. There's another 1000 on the way. These are addressable LEDs. And I'm going to be doing Christmas lighting on the side of my house that will flash and everything to music. So when I will do a small video of it to show you guys when I have it done. But yeah, I'm working on that as well. And now I've picked up my tablet instead of my phone. Why do Brazilian locos have an Italian sounding name? Oh, is SHGP Media off? Okay, catch you again. Thanks for dropping in. McGarville Studios, good evening, sir. How are you doing? Romance language. So I've obviously lost something in the chat there because it's jumped. Oh yeah, we enjoyed your video about Storm Amy, Tom. Such a shame that it caused all that damage to the trees, though. But plenty of firewood, though. Florence tired. Leaves on pine needles picking is tiring. Yes. In huge LED letters on the side of Mark's house, I run DCC. Flashing house lights, way to win over the neighbours. It'll be subtle. What makes it worse now is you only just managed to get over the previous storm before this happened again, but the main thing is you're safe and I guess a house instead. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh my God, you're turning into Clark Griswold. My favourite movie of all time, Christmas Vacation, a must every year to be watched. And yes, my house last year, I do love putting up Christmas lights. I even got hired a cherry picker last year to put lights up on the eaves. That was some fun. Can you please run anonymity? I can't tonight because it needs cleaning. I will try and do it, get it out and have it ready for you next week, okay? Hi, Donada, is it a 9 o'clock finish today? I don't know, Anna. It may be, it may not be. We usually might go to 9:30. Fortunately, I had a big one by the side of the house reduced last year. There's a link to the Facebook page for the Donegal Railway Museum. Favourite too, yeah, I do love that movie. For a brief minute there, I thought the lights were the layout. Yeah, so I've gone down that rabbit hole. I'm on the old council pop tonight, as they say. Yeah, for anybody that's interested. That is the control board for controlling the lights. Obviously, it's got network input to run from a computer that runs a show, and then this gives out all the information to the strings of lights. So I've got 2 of these boards, so I can run a total of 34 strings. Yeah, let's pick up the right phone. Anyway, that's another hobby. It's not for this. Tom says, often flashing lights around here, blue ones. Now, I can't run any Thomas stuff tonight because it all needs sorting out and cleaning, because last time I got some out for you, didn't run very well and they needed cleaning, so I've got to sort that out. Our street once decided to outdo one of the Lexus lights until one of the neighbours typed a fake letter supposedly from the local airport saying they were confusing their pilots. 34 strings. You need a 12-step program. My favourite movie is Apocalypse Now. Not very Christmassy, I'll admit. I vote don't give him any bad ideas. Yeah, so that's the plan for the layout. I'm going to crack on with that. The club layout as well that we're building, that's actually turning out to be good fun. There's a bunch of us get together on Tuesday evening, so if anybody's watching who's in the Donegal area and wants to get into model railways, we meet up every Tuesday evening from 7 to 9, and we're building a 009 layout representing various aspects of the Donegal Railways. He needs to see the Christmas village on the Railroad USA section. It's almost daylight level lighting. My favourite Christmas movie is Die Hard. Runs off. With the clocks going back, does it mean the food chat could start earlier? Scott Wood, the best Xmas movie is still Die Hard. Michael McGarville Studios, I'm running to. I'm debating to put my aircraft landing light at the end of the railway shed. Got to find a use for them. A village called Hertford Heath used to be nuclear with lights every year on every house. A lot of wattage. Oh, is that Mr. Real Policeman in tonight? I hate to sort of. So what's your favourite best movie? Porter Express is a great movie. Yeah, my favourite Christmas movie is Christmas Vacation. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about Christmas yet until we get Halloween out of the way tomorrow. And let's just get a bag of Neopixie units. Just got a pop-up that this stream is starting. Well, we're only, almost an hour in. That's not bad for YouTube. Then you have fully programmable RGB units. Did you say last year, once Halloween is gone, it's fast track to Christmas? It pretty much is. Everyone is just, seems to be, oh, we've just got to get Halloween out of the way. And then once you just know Halloween's tomorrow, Saturday, you're going to go into shops. Some of them are going to have Christmas music playing. Like they already have the Christmas stuff in the shops. Leave some food out for the Banshee tomorrow night, guys. Didn't realize Halloween was tomorrow. Well, at least I can pull for treats from my own house if I don't have a costume ready. Time for tea, bourbon, custard cream biscuits. Dude, if you like trains, you should watch. Yeah, well, I have watched the Polar Express. My favourite Halloween movie is definitely not Halloween. I must admit, I do have the heating on this evening. It is quite cold. When I was out in the car earlier on, it was showing 7.5 degrees. So I was at HST, the HST now, the lights are staying on, so I know it's clean. So when they start, when it goes around the circuit and the lights go off, then I know there's an issue and that should need cleaning. Of course, I don't clean it then, do I? Wait till it stops completely. Then I'll clean it. Halloween buildings are designed to be replaced by the Christmas buildings after October 31st. Okay. You need an Arduino for that. Polar Express has scary enough animation to be watched right now. Animated Tom Hanks gives me nightmares. Tom Hanks digital conductor gives me nightmares. Curious, what engines and trains are you running tonight? Well, tonight is the same trains I've been running for the past few weeks. We've got the Rail Operations Group Class 37. That's an Acura scale model. We have the Intercity 125, which is Class 43, along with 8 rake of coaches. And the Class 37 is pulling the Eastern Region car transporters. There's a rake and 9 of those. And then going around on the top, we have Railcar 10 off the County Donegal Railway. That's 009 going around. Yes, I've been very lazy with my train selection because, to be honest, a lot of my engines are now over there and in that cabinet over there, which I can't actually get to without taking this off and being able to reach them, which is one of the reasons why I want to take the layout and 90 degrees so it comes out this way, so that I can get around all sides of it. Realistically, that's not going to happen to sometime in the new year. So obviously I'm going to be taking this unit out to put the backboard on it. So at that point, if I think of it, before I put it back together, I can get some other engines out and change it around. I can swap the rolling stock around because that's obviously in these tubs here and in my storage crates here. So, you know, if you want a Class 43 pulling a rake of hoppers, I can do that. Polar Express train would explode in real life. It's definitely the uncanny valley. Thank God, I always thought it was just me who found animated Tom Hanks creepy. Bachmann Thomas eyes. Yes, I have one of the Bachmann G-gauge Thomases. It's the Christmas one, and there's something about those eyes. Which show was it I was at? And they had the plastic Thomas train sets out, and they had the Percy or the Thomas, and the eyes were missing. It was just 2 black holes. That looked creepy. A Pitch Black would be a good Halloween film, especially if you have to go out after dark. Maybe it was the flux capacitor from Back to the Future. Yes, I think train of thought and good old GWR Studios before he quit did a vid on how Polar Express would be exploded on the fire down south of the mountain in real life. Yeah, you should see Counterfeit Thomas. I can't go these modern animated remakes at all, just not the same. Yeah, I agree with you there. Some of the remakes that they made is just, you're messing with the classic. But then some kids are going to grow up with the remakes without seeing the classics, and the classics will look strange to them. I'd wish they go the route of the N gauge and have a static face on the 00HO models, maybe even some different swappable faces. The moving eyes give me the shudders. Is the 009 attached to the board which you can take off, or loose but resting on the board? No, the track is attached. It's attached temporarily. There's only a couple of pins holding it in place, because I wasn't sure of the track design for that. That's roughly what it's going to be like, but I need to solder droppers and everything onto it properly. Because I've decided now, I was going to just leave that as DC, but I've decided now to make it DCC. Some counterfeit Thomases catch fire. Oh. Them eyes, especially on the G model, give the vibe Thomas is about to knife you around the back of the pub. I did see a train of thought video of Unstoppable. That was something. The original Thomas was a body swap BR80. Meant the board, sorry. Not, oh, right. No, the board is just sitting there. It's just sitting on support, so it's easy just to lift up. Just disconnect the wire and lift it up. But really, to be not do any damage to anything, you need to have two people to move it. So you have one person who can lift it up and then someone on this side to hand it to. Especially now I got the viaduct in, I do not want to drop that on the viaduct. So yeah, to do it safely you need to have two people there. Which is when I'm calling for one of my daughters usually. Sorry, just need to put the heater up a bit, it's getting a little bit too... True, I dare say I know a few Judge Dredd 2000 AD fans and the newer readers don't get the other artist renditions, not mentioning the Stallone film at all. Yeah. In the original movie, they used Markman chassis for the models. Oh! Thomas was secretly fluent in German. I believe something like that. Most of the initial Perspex models made in the 80s had modified Markman chassis. I believe the later brass models 2000s were all custom made. Unstoppable, good old Ned, it's all about precision. I mostly watch his videos on the bus journey home from work, but if they're longer videos like Unstoppable, I watch them at home. That's the filming models, but yeah. They were all, isn't it, O gauge in the series? Yeah, see now that's running fine. Lights are on. What about food? Okay, for tea this evening, my daughter actually made tea this evening. It was jacket potatoes with some roasted carrots, bit of coleslaw, cheese, beans, and some chicken goujons, and is it teriyaki chicken? Some chicken on a stick that we've seen in Lidl and thought, oh, let's try that, see what it's like, and it was quite nice. So that's what I had for tea. Earlier on I did have a slice of pizza from one of the delis in the garages because I was hungry. But if you want to talk about food, the food on the cruise, oh, that was something else. Breakfast buffet in the morning, full fry, continental, serious, whatever you wanted was there. And then they had a buffet during the day, loads of different food every day. That was open, basically the buffet was open from 6 in the morning to like 2 in the morning, and you just went up. For some particular reason, their pizzas, I ate so much pizza. It was so nice. The thing is, you're in your cabin, you think, I'm a bit peckish, and for me it was just up 2 decks, into the buffet, grab some pizza, either eat it there or take it back to the cabin. Yeah, I ate a lot of food. And the desserts as well, little desserts that would only maybe be 1 or 2 bitefuls, but you could take as many as you want. Little Black Forest gatos, little meringues. Oh, yeah. It was wonderful. No, they were gauge 1. Yeah. So I have a nasty habit of watching stuff on 2 times speed, so I could burn through a longer video quick enough. Yeah. Gone 8:30, so we can eat after beef burritos that truly burn. The mixed grill I had yesterday was the biggest plate on the table yesterday. That wasn't the chef's special either. Oh, I haven't had a mixed grill in a while. It was lasagna for me tonight, but we'll get a roll with corned beef later. Very nice. We still on? Yeah, I'm still here. Simon had Scotch pies and chips this evening. That's something you can't get here, is decent Scotch pies. Lucky enough I can hop over the border and get some. Yes, Markland made, and I think still offer one or two, 1 to 32 G1 models. The locos were Perspex on those chassis, and stock was 10mm in the first season. Tom, air fried cheese and collagen chicken toasty. Okay, toasty, so yeah. Proper wood oven pizza. I don't know what it was just out in the buffet, but it was lovely. Just really, yeah, does make us jealous about the food on the cruise. The main reason to go on the cruise is the food. Patrick Davies 7492, good evening, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Anyone tried the new McDonald's slot burgers? Oh god, no. That Canadian stone burger. Big Tasty is the best. Yes, a lot of YouTube videos have to be watched at 2 times. That or sit muttering, get on with it. Yeah, I do find that with some YouTube videos that I know some people are probably trying to stretch it out to get over the 8-minute mark so they can have mid-roll ads. But yeah, like some people are thinking, you've just taken me 10 minutes to explain something that should have taken 2. Which is something I hope I don't do in my videos because I know it annoys me, and I definitely try not to waffle on my videos. What's Scotch pie? I have some Scotch eggs today. Oh, I suppose it meant pork pie. Scotch eggs. Mutton isn't in Scotch pies. No, it's pork. It's okay, but the sauce does drip onto your hands easy. Did Ireland already discover the infamous Dutch Rudy Castellan? What is that? I went flying out also, it was supposed to be a question mark, so was that about the Dublin show? Well, I was away at the weekend, so I didn't go to the Dublin show. It's the first time I missed it in a few years, actually. Patrick Davey, would that be the same Patrick Davey from IRM forum? NERW1 is asking. I tap the 5-second forward button on bits I don't want to watch. Should be mutton in a Scotch pie. I'm getting confused now. That's it, finished cleaning the shed, now back to making stuff, bring out the glue. Oh, Martin's going to get stuck to things. Scotch pies should have mutton in them, the ones we have here do, okay. Just look up Clapson on English Wikipedia. Rudy Clapson looks like a huge Sonic sub style sandwich from a quick Google. Scotch pie should have mutton, but who knows these days? So should haggis. Well, haggis, yeah, should be mutton because it's a sheep's stomach, although I don't think they use sheep stomachs anymore. Yep, that's me, formerly of Brookhall Mill fame. Oh, you're right, you're Brookhall Mill. Yeah, this whole thing of YouTube changing the names around. Duff Junction, just had a delivery of you. Is a pie with pork in it not just a pork pie? Hard to get mutton, different tastes to lamb. Alan White is asking, Mark, can any of your viewers recommend a good steak and kidney pie? It's pie, and so it's whatever most pies in the local butcher wraps its haggis in, a sheep stomach. I prefer mutton to lamb for curry. Right, is everything still running? Oh, I'm feeling tired. I nearly bought 8 legs of venison today. 2 deer. Oh dear. Puka for steak and kidney pie. I think there's a Michael Rosen poem about someone calling it steak and kidney pie. It's getting a decent haggis with liver and heart in it, and not just... Oh dear. Haggis is a sheep's stomach complete with its contents at slaughter. Okay. I haven't had haggis in ages. Pig frames are not seen in the US, although supposedly they are available. Cannibals carrying a small man and a python home for dinner, steak and pygmy pie. Oh dear. See, that put me off. Local chippy sells haggis, deep fried. Looks like a black sausage. You take a sheep, put it in a field of oats, and turn the whole thing inside out. And the hot dog pilot, I haven't had haggis, but I'm partial to a little faggot. Yes, anybody who doesn't know what a faggot is, as opposed to the slang term, faggot was actually, was it beef, sort of minced beef, almost like a very thick burger, usually served with gravy and onions. So traditionally in the UK, that's what a faggot would be. I'm going to get my YouTube channel struck off. I may be Scottish, but sorry, just can't get on with haggis. Black pudding, yes, but haggis, no. I might let him have the dribbles when I come to the end of the tube. Yeah, Patrick with the dad jokes, yeah. Does anyone else remember getting sheppy and chips from the local chippy? It was around back in the late 80s. Lamb mince wrapped in potato, covered in breadcrumbs and then fried. They were good. Supermarket haggis is mainly pork. Oh, right, okay. Black pudding is good, yeah. Something we have over here is white pudding. Don't ask me what's in it, but it's nice. Hot dog, you mean the Brains product, the Welsh eat with peas? I thought haggis is just a spicy black pudding. That's nice of you to get a good chippy. There's something I like when I go back to Bristol on Filton Avenue. There's a takeaway there called the Jolly Friar. You can get nice fish and chips in there. They're the sort of place that has the jar of pickled eggs on the counter. They'll do the mushy peas, which I hate. And they do a really nice kebab as well. And they do the battered sausages and the pasty and chips and stuff like that. Oh, don't worry, Jesus, the bird's eye had made me piss myself through. It was serious word otherwise. I've had haggis pakora in Glasgow. Gordon Salisbury 786. Hi Mark, hi all. I was subscribed here but had to restart everything on PC due to being hacked, ID stolen, so I had to restart from scratch. Oh, sorry to hear that. Long story. Alright, question. What are the red wagons? They are Eastern region car carriers. Yes, that's what a faggot is to me. Then Cumberland sausage are a bit much for me. So most of that sounded, yeah, it did sound rather nice what he was describing there. Wasn't faggot originally small twigs for firelighters? I have no idea. I've always known, because whenever I used to go and visit my nan in Bristol, she would have Brian's faggots. I remember it was in a foil tin, I think it was. There's about 4 in there with gravy and onions. White pudding is on milk. Harnville. Love eating faggots with gravy and mash. Black pudding is not for me. I love a Cumberland sausage, all 3 or 4 yards of it. Someone really says, I wish our chippy did that. It sounds lovely. No, think bloodwurst when thinking black pudding. Flying chair one, this slight against Cumberland's will not stand. When I was working in Hungary, the lads took me down to a restaurant for a traditional local dish. It was very like half a haggis and half a black pudding. Anthony, the model train outsider. Good evening, Anthony. How are you doing? How's yourself and Joyce? Yes, train's running tonight. Rather an unfortunate brand name, Mr. Brains Faggots. I can't go the sausages. My ancestral homeland, the sausages are just a bit odd on my palate. Yes, small firelighters. Oh, were they? Cumberland sausage is awesome. And then when you get some decent sausages, like we used to have a butcher in Donegal town, they've closed now, but they won awards for their sausages. And when you get all these different types of sausages with the different spices in them, different meats, different vegetables and stuff in them, they are really nice. Mark, you mentioned white pudding. My manager is Irish. He's always mentions how nice it is. Our local butcher now have it too. Yeah, where's your manager from? Which part of Ireland? White pudding is mainly oatmeal and onion. Four yards, that's a very long tube of meat. Never had haggis. Do you have to wear a kilt to eat one? Just realised I'm on Top Chat. Yeah, I should be. I'm on all messages again, but every now and again, my chat refreshes, and I have to go back into it. No, Loughlane here, and my cousin works for Gortley in the next town over. Oh, and bigger stacks of sticks are called pimps. The local butcher does game and exotic meats on request. I don't think there's any particularly exotic meats I've eaten. Like, I've done the usual lamb, beef, chicken, duck, goose, rabbit, venison. I've had quail and pheasant. I think that's about it, really. It's in top chat earlier too, Adam. Took me a while to realise. Local butcher chain does sausage flavoured various Indian sauces. Good. Oh, I'm only in pork. Things like wild boar. Monkeys SA43. Good evening, Mark. You're off the cruise ship and back home. Feeling a bit better than last week after the flood. Things have dried out. Insurance paid. Dean from... Oh, that's right. Yes, you had flooding issues, didn't you? I hope you're getting sorted, mate. Yeah, I'm back off the cruise. Back to reality. I'm now hungry. Trouble. I've cleaned my teeth. Dilemma time. You can just clean your teeth again. Raymond Legs, I don't like chitterlings. Patrick Davey, my local butcher bet me a tenner I couldn't reach the shear lines on his top shelf, but I said the stakes were too high. Tried pastrami week before last. Sure, you need teeth full of that, yeah. Leslie's off. Okay, take care, Leslie. Just can finish this downloading from his camcorder. My local butcher doesn't do anything exotic. Most of his meat comes from the view from my house. Yeah, the same with our butcher in town. He slaughters everything locally. In fact, one of my neighbours, a friend of ours, sometimes slaughters a couple of his cows, and we might buy half a cow from them when they slaughter it, and it's the best meat you'll ever get. There's a chance of being impaled by flying bagpipes or choking on deep fried iron brew. Tim Reserve, I've done some weird foods including wild boar, emu, ostrich, shark, crocodile and hedgehog. Hedgehog? I've had ostrich. Yeah, I remember I had ostrich. And I've had hare. And I think I probably have had wild boar. But not emu, not shark and not crocodile. I love the channel. Trains, models and food. Favourite subjects. Not sure where he's from, to be honest, Mark. I'll ask him, but he's such a fantastic sense of humour and tells stories that are just so funny. Not a day passes where he doesn't have me in stitches. That's very good. And you're doing sorry, Teddy Scott's in the chat. 1 point Asda did sell ostrich. Well, they told you it was ostrich. Bake the hedgehog in mud on the open fire. I remember I used to have a survival book, and that was one of the recipes of getting a hedgehog, wrapping it in mud, and baking it on the fire, and then pulling the mud off, and it'll pull off all the spines. Monkey 43, and good evening to everyone else on the live chat. Good to see Mark's there, is making progress. We start mine afresh in the new year with modules from Grange and Hodder 14x5. Yeah, it's when you do something like that, getting the viaduct in, you feel a bit of progress and you can see some change. So hopefully now I can crack on with the scenery. I suppose what I need to do next actually is ballast the track and fix it in place properly and make the cuts. So I think before I do any scenery there, by the next thing, I might do that over the weekend. Of course, it's the worst time of year now to be doing scenery and ballasting because it's colder and it takes longer for the glue to dry. Yeah, I might do that. I'm not going to video it because I've done enough videos on ballast, and I'll be using my little vacuum attachment to do it, so it shouldn't take too long. Yeah, I might try and get that done over the weekend. Flammatureman, I've got you, Raymond. I've had kidneys, but not liver from a pig. I do like the wild boar. My nan always said the Irish people are brilliant storytellers. Yeah, I think the word you're looking for is, how would I put that? A male cow and excrement. Delft Junction's off. Calling it, guys. Thanks for the live. Night, everyone. Stay safe. Good night, Pete. Take care. Everyone, don't forget to hit the thumbs up as well, please. Honestly, he is epic. I keep saying he needs to write a book. That's exactly it, Mark. I was a scout leader. Yeah, I used to be in the Cub Scouts and Sea Scouts, and I spent my time as a Cub Scout leader as well. Too cold outside, stick the heater on. Forgot to smack the thumbs, sorted now. Mark, he's from Galway, West Country. Right over the west, so that's directly south from me. My brother lives in Galway. How far out in the west was he from Connemara? I have the late Frank Delaney's book, Ireland, a novel, quite a book, read it a few times. Ronan gets quite the surprise about the old storyteller. Question, do you weather the track before or after ballasting, or not weathering it? I always weather the track after ballasting, because then you add a little bit of weathering to the ballast as well. Oh my god, a train question on here. Fly Moses, I've seen that done with hedgehog, timber surf, survival food, but apparently it doesn't taste like chicken. Please don't eat Sonic. I read Ulysses, it's why I'm like... most odd foods taste like chicken, apart from wild boar and shark. What part of the shark do you eat? I've heard of like shark fin soup. Yeah, occasionally, Jerry, I do get train questions. Do this up, it's getting a bit cold. Everything's still running? Nothing? The light's still on? Yeah. I do like now that the bottom right shot, the view over the viaduct. Hopefully it'll look a lot better when I've done the scenery. Oh, there's the sneeze coming. Ugh. Chris, it puts me off kidneys. There's one thing I don't like is kidneys or liver. I reckon there's too strong a taste. Just, no, I don't like them. Well, I don't even think chicken tastes like chicken. Timber Surf, I bought shark steaks in a supermarket in Scotland. Raymond Legs, my hat is like a shark fin. Tough as old boots. Not when it's bleached, Anthony, yeah. Chicken tastes like turkey, turkey tastes like pork, pork tastes like beef, and beef tastes like chicken. That was the thing when I went to Disney in the States and had one of their turkey legs. It did taste like a ham. But yet I had a turkey leg at Disney in Paris and it tasted like turkey. It didn't taste like ham. Mark, after you do some track weathering and ballasting, maybe a video on the completion of all would be good. Yeah, I could do a short video on it. It's just it's one of those subjects. I've done so much ballasting over the years. I've done so many videos on it. Like, I don't want to rinse and repeat. You know, I know probably I have some new subscribers who have never seen it, so maybe I'll do just a short video on it, how I do it. But it'll just be using the vacuum and ballasting it, and get the old, I haven't actually got my airbrush out for a while. The compressor is sitting in the corner over there. It's got about an inch of dust on it. I'm not even sure which of these tubs my airbrush is in. Yeah. Anyway, it would have to, it'd probably be, if I'd done the ballasting this weekend, I wouldn't actually do the airbrushing to the following weekend, give it time enough to dry. Yeah, I might even start tackling that tomorrow evening. Maybe I can get some peace to be in here ballasting while watching Anthony, the Model Rail Outsider, who'll be on tomorrow at, what time are you, is it 8 o'clock you're on, or will it be earlier? Because I know the clocks don't change the same time in the US as they do here, do they? Yeah, so I might do a video on it, Ironville, especially McNuggets. Beginner's Guide to Track and Track Planning. There we go. That's pretty much summed it, Chris. Wild boar is very gamey, like super concentrated beef. Yeah. Okay, so apparently, Mark, he is closer to Athlone, 10 minutes from Loughrea. All right, okay. Athlone is almost the geographic centre of Ireland. They taste of what they eat. In Subway, everything tastes like cardboard. Patrick David, $5 scrape, Mark. I'm going to try and build a better one. We'll be arch enemies. The plot twist is old people. Like non-brute condiments on my cardboard, please, Chris. It'll be right. Yeah. So Anthony, Model Train Outsider. If you're not subscribed to him, go over to him. He'll be on at 7 p.m. UK time. It's normally 8, but because we've gone back an hour and American time doesn't change for another couple of weeks, I believe, and then it'll be 8. We go backwards on Sunday. Oh, so it's next Sunday you go. Right, okay. So 7 p.m. this week, and then next week it'll be 8. Yes, wild boar is good with a good gravy. I'll try. It says 17:45. The clocks have gone back. Daylight savings BS wherever you are, so it doesn't matter. It's 7 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, well, daylight saving was originally brought in for the farmers, so it'd be brighter in the morning so they could get more work done. I believe that's the reason, but it doesn't really, I don't think it's really applicable anymore. And they should just, I don't think we should be changing time. If anything, they should leave it summertime so it's brighter in the evenings when people are going home from work, and because here in Donegal, sometimes it can be virtually dark at 4 o'clock when kids are finishing school. It would be much better if it was brighter to about 5 to let kids get home from school. Hey Andy, hot dog product. It was my daughter when she was young, always wanting the microwave chips. I called them oh yeah, the two little with the little silver bit of card in the bottom. Oh yeah. I presume you can't get them anymore. They're horrible. Still at them though. Grant Salisbury, Mark, how do you keep your trains locos dust free? How do you keep the exteriors clean without picking them up? Well, I have daughters, so I have plenty of supply of makeup brushes, and I use them to dust them. I have also got here somewhere a little model vacuum that I purchased from somewhere. It's a very small vacuum, and you can just go around and dust things. But you do have to pick your locos up and clean them every now and again, because you've got to clean the wheels, so give them a clean at the same time. Raymond Legs, Roco close coupling is annoying. I'd rather stick with the old loop from Fleischmann hook. Right? There's a video link from Timber. What's that? Video Timber? Is that Anthony's? Flymo topped off with fake vinegar. That and safety before the invention of pavement and sidewalks, yeah. Clocks going back is a good thing for kids waiting on side of the road in countryside for school bus. I once had a bear steak with cheese. It can't be bear. Guess I'll head out for the night. Happy Halloween, guys. Okay, Joshua, take care. I agree, it's too dark in winter time. We only get a few hours daylight. Move the island further south would be best. I remember the 1960 experiment abolishing summertime. I used to hate going to school in the dark. I used to just hate going to school. Yeah, I never enjoyed school. To be fair, I don't think any of my kids did either. They couldn't wait to get out of it. In secondary school here, they have an optional year, transition year they can do. I think most of my kids skipped it, didn't want to do it just so they could get out of school quicker. Indeed, Andy, although she used to drink the stuff, I'd let her. The over-watered down vinegar and some chippies these days. Awful, yeah. I spent all my life going to school in the dark, education and work. Yeah, chippy vinegar used to be the best. Acetic acid, yes, vinegar. Oh, we're at 9:10 already. So we'll start the food chat and time just flies. Sorry, the other thing this time of year, you get the old runny nose or blocked nose. Not necessarily a cold or anything like that, just congestion. Hey, Anthony, I'm sure you were illuminating. Patrick Davey, clocks were supposed to go back last weekend, but I couldn't remember where I bought mine. Right, moderators, can we just bar Patrick, please? That's quite enough. Ernville, best thing I did, leave school and went to college for A levels and HND, more grown up. Kids at school just fight and muck about. Yeah. My youngest did transition year, great year at school. Yeah, my kids just hated school and they wanted to get out of there, so they skipped transition year, went straight into the Leave Insert, done the 2-year Leave Insert course. I went off to college, much happier in college. I think it probably depends on the school as well. Mine sold, the company went bust years ago, Patrick. I've spent 50 years getting up at 5 a.m. Now I'm retired, I get up at 6:30 a.m. Well, you get an extra hour and a half in bed, Anthony, huh? I've heard of people crying because they had to go back to school in September and they were the teachers. Yeah. Simon Trades, for once I don't get banned for the puns. What was the PCB you showed earlier? Oh, this is for the other thing. This is non-model railway related. I am doing some Christmas lights this year to music, so this is a control board for it. There's a program, X-Lights, which you can use to program these boards and program sequences. So this will run my pixels, which are these things here, which are basically addressable LEDs. So it's RGB LEDs, so it's red, green, blue LEDs in there, and there's a little chip with each one. So the board, the program and the board tells each light what color, so it can come up. Each one of these can produce 16 million different colors. And then you have strings of lights around your house, or you put them into props like this. See, this is a snowflake, and you get it to do all sorts of lights flashing and everything to music. So that's what I'm working on this year. I've got a control box here I'm building, which will go outside, which will hold the board and the power supplies and everything. So yeah, it's as if I don't have enough with this and kids and a job and being a board member of the museum, That's a real DCC decoder. Will you be doing a video of the Christmas lights and music, Mark, when the time comes? I'd love to see more. I am going to be doing some videos on that, but not on this channel, because this is a Model Y channel. If you put anything different on it, well, the world loses its mind. So I will be doing more videos on it. It's basically my first year of doing it. I've wanted to do it for years, and I looked at it this year and thought, you know what? I thought, right, it's time to make a start. I think I showed you the start. Hang on. So that's the star. You can see all the pixels are pushed into that. So there's 80 lights on this. And maybe next week, if I think of it, I'll have it set up so I can give you a quick demonstration. Aaronville, I'm early self-retired, wake up 7 a.m, get a cup of tea, back to bed, get up at 8 a.m. or 8:30 for breakfast, 11 a.m. time for tea and biscuits, read a book for an hour, 1 p.m. lunch, 5 p.m. dinner, easy time. I saw something off the like on bigclive.com. He's doing his house on the Isle of Man to confuse the pilots coming into Belfast Airport. Shame the Chinese swapped the extra music for all we do like the music. Yeah, so I'll be doing that. As I say, there's a program called X-Lights. You can download it if you're interested in, because it's a free bit of software that's made by enthusiasts, and you basically program in your controller. You take a picture of your house and you draw the lights out that you want, whether it's snowflakes, stars, trees, whatever, how many pixels are in it, how they're going to be connected. And then the next tab you go in and you can just make a flashing light sequence with different effects, or you can add a music track and then add it on. Now this year, all the sequences I'm going to be using are free ones I've been able to download because I just don't have time to program in do the sequences myself, because people who do this, they start in January to get it ready for Christmas. You know, I'm pretty much a late starter to this, so any of the sequences you see will probably be done by other people and I've just adapted them for my display. So oh, excuse me, that'll be the plan for this year. So I was hoping, if the weather's suitable, that this box here, I can get that finished and up on the wall, and a couple of the window frames done, because it does take quite a bit of time, and really I've only got about 4 weeks to get it done, because it's the 1st of November on Saturday, you know, and between work and stuff like that, and especially the other thing is you have weather affecting you. It's windy and wet, you can't really get out and climb up a ladder. Oh, Joshua's still here. There's the links to the museum's shop page and their Facebook page. So if you haven't joined the Facebook page, please do. We still got everything running here. Lights still on and everything. Yeah, everything looking good. Now, apart from having to give that loco a clean, obviously this hadn't run for over 2 weeks because it hadn't run since the last Thursday I was on here. Just switched on and everything worked, which is amazing. Climbs up ladder and wind and gets picked up by a tornado. Knowing the weather up there, Mark, you'll be gifting lights to your neighbours. Oh no, they will be attached to the wall very securely. Yeah, it's easy planning ahead for things this time of year, but when the weather steps in, yeah, that's the biggest problem. It's the weather that'll scupper things. Like, I can do so much inside, build things like put the lights and the props and everything, but at some point I've got to go out and attach them to the wall. Are you dressing up for Halloween? No, I'm not dressing up for Halloween. I might put on my tux, and I've got a cape I can put on it maybe, but house here we don't usually get any trick-or-treaters. I think last year we got 2 and that was just the neighbours' girls. We don't usually get any trick-or-treaters. I'll put my outdoor lights up next week or so when there's still some light and weather is okay, and switch on the 1st of December. Well, my tradition is, in this house, we switch on the lights before the Late Late Toy Show. Maura will know what that is. It's a show that's on the RTE, that's the Irish broadcaster, has a talk show that's on the Late Late Show. It's been running for years. And then a couple of weeks before Christmas, they kick out all the normal guests and they have a toy show where they bring kids in and they tell everybody about it, and there's music, and it's a big thing in Ireland. A lot of people watch it. Usually I will switch on the lights before that. Everyone goes outside, switch on the lights, goes, ooh, ah, ooh. Of course, it'll be a bit different this year. They'll have to sit there and watch a sequence for 20 minutes. And then we come in and we watch the Late Late Toy Show and we go to bed. Right, I'm off to de-louse myself in the hot bath. Time takes. Okay, Andy. Ireland is Wales's windbreak. Summer Breeze wants to know more. Will you be doing photos on your Facebook page? Yes, Toy Show, 5th of December. I'm a bit annoyed because it's usually the last Friday in November. But last year it was brought forward, obviously, because there was an election. But this year they've put it into December again. It's okay, Andy, see you again, sir. All the best. Remember, behind the ears. There'll be another live stream from the Med once the next storm catches Mark up the ladder, attaching his outside lights. Jerry, I optimistically put up more solar panels last week. In other words, it's not Christmas to the toy show wearers. Yeah. Speaking of lights, last night I left my landing light on and woke up to find a house full of airplanes. Mods, I thought I told you to borrow. There's Valley's YouTube channel. Click a link, subscribe. Right, we're coming up, we're going to make it 22 minutes past, so we'll keep going to 9:30. I'll call it a night then. So I've run out of water. Can I get, is there a last drop in there? Keep my throat wet for the next 8 minutes. So what's everybody's modelling plans for the weekend? What are you going to do? I told you what I'm going to do. I might get the ballasting done on there. Right, am I back? Yes, the mic did go. Sound's gone. I'm not sure if you heard about it, but yeah, I try and keep off the Dr. Pepper until after, don't have it after 4 p.m. So the link to Simon's channel there, sound's gone. Summer Breeze model building more base, so you're going to be building more baseboards, okay. 3D printers, model railways on a cap. Good evening, how are you doing? Finishing off station scene. Is that Hamish? Click, then no sound. Great Northern 706, I've got the, good evening to you, I've got the get out and get some paint. I have a kit to put together, okay. Valley's off to the Cardiff Motor World Show on Sunday, very nice. Sorry for the chat, Nick, I've been furthering my Tinkercad efforts, that's no problem. Well, losing the mic was well timed, I suppose, for just me. Scott was more track ballasting for me as well, I think. At least for not waiting 10 minutes for Mark to notice. I really wish they would give some sort of audible beep or something to say, I'm dying, you know, because unless I'm staring at the adapter, the receiver here to see. There's Tom Houston's channel. Shed my journey this weekend, getting unstuck from all tonight's glue. Well, given where I am now, I'll be doing some cutting. I'm currently working on a 5.5mm scale model of a Ballycastle Railway loco. Very nice. I hope Jerry's going to be installing more coloured light signals. The shed is warm enough. It's fiddly wiring, yes. There's a link to Anthony's channel. Remember, Anthony is live tomorrow at 7 p.m. And once his clocks change on the Sunday, it'll be 8 p.m. every Friday. And there's Summer Breeze's channel. So make sure you click the links on all these, go over and subscribe to them. Watch one, you know, watch their videos, give them the thumbs up. Because they're all great channels. Right. And also, Brian is live on Saturday night at 8 p.m. with his monthly waffle. RDJ Trains isn't on this weekend because they're still having problems with their shifts and that. So they're hoping to get back to their normal Saturday night live streams soon enough. Because I am undead tomorrow. So, does everyone think the speeds I have the trains running at are fine? Are they too fast, too slow? I think it's just about right. Didn't know our DG trains weren't on this weekend. I thought they were going live at 6 p.m. Oh, maybe they are. I thought I'd seen something that they said they weren't. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not. Hang on. Maybe they have a live scheduled, but I thought I seen somewhere that they weren't going to be on. But check out their channel. Sorry, I'm just trying to click on there. They haven't got one scheduled, as far as I can see. There's the link to the Saturday Waffle from Finnerton, so click that, subscribe. The speeds are wonderful, Mark. Rule 1 applies. Yeah. Perhaps the rail car is a tad fast. Yeah, it probably is, actually. I think the main reason I have it going that fast because the points aren't wired up properly, so it helps it get over the points. I'm sacrificing a politician crest tomorrow night for the Celtic New Year. No, sadly, Rob and Grace aren't this weekend. I asked. Oh, so they are, because they were, and then their shifts, and I think that's why they said earlier to. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere. I can't remember where now. It's around the speed I would normally run. Charlie, Particle Station. Good evening. How you doing? My paternal grandparents lived in Ballycastle. Oh, very good. Just checked. They're having the weekend off. Yeah. Thomas, they're running too fast, the curves are too tight, that shade of brown is wrong, and the trains are only a couple of inches tall. Yes, and if you look closely, it's the incorrect amount of rivets. Spinning at HC could go a teensy bit faster, but pretty much fine as it is. Everyone knows the Donegal train took all day to get one trip. Yeah, very true. Tommy's no values 56. You've got to sacrifice something of value. Right, I make it just gone 9:30. I'm going to call it a night now, guys. Thanks for tuning in as always. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. It's always a pleasure having you guys here on a Thursday evening. Never know, maybe next week there might be some ballast on here. Don't hold your breath. But thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the live streams. Don't forget, Anthony tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Brian with his waffle on Saturday. I'm sure Andy, Hot Dog Pilot, will be on 1 o'clock on Sunday. And then we're into a new week of live streams. So take care, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And enjoy your modelling over the weekend. And I will say good night and see you next Thursday. Bye.